guys, what's up? It's Emma, and I have my sister Abby here, and she was a freshman in high school this past year, and I was a senior, so obviously I've experienced freshman year before, and we just thought that today we would do a little bit of freshman advice, because she kind of like slayed freshman year. So, I mean, I like didn't, so you can learn from my mistakes and learn from her successes. So there you go. Let's just dive right into it. Okay. Also, you know, ew, what the frick? There's like food on my drink, but you know, it's fine. But I have a Zevia here. I've never tried this flavor. It's lemon lime twist. I feel like I'm always doing like a Zevia taste test, but
every video.
Holy!
And that's the tea. Get it?
That's pretty, yeah, it kind of sucks. They didn't have cream soda.
Raspberry peach tea.
I went with Liv, who like bought, the one who in my 4th of July vlog I said she like bought out all the Zevia, and we both went and there was none today. There was no cream soda one, so whatever. Let's go. Let's just go.
My first tip, if you're going into your freshman year, is don't run in the hallways no matter how late you are, because you're going to look like an idiot and everyone's gonna hate you. But
Okay.
To be blunt, but like no, seriously, like anytime I see anybody running in the halls, like, and I was a freshman, I would be embarrassed to be like in the same grade as somebody who's running in the halls. Like, if you're gonna be late, you're gonna be late. If you're running, it's not gonna fix anything.
That literally made no sense, but okay.
No.
But like, honestly, being late to class, like, as long as you don't do it that often, it's not a big deal.
Most teachers don't care.
Most teachers don't care, especially when you're a freshman, and like especially your first like month of school. Like, you're still getting the hang of like being on your own and getting to classes on time. So like, don't worry about it. Like, I feel like freshmen always, like, as soon as the first bell would ring in the morning, freshmen would already be in their seats in the classes, and it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Most teachers don't arrive until like at the second bell. Some come after. So like, just don't, I mean, obviously don't show up to class like super late, but like, your teacher's not gonna hate you if you get there like after first bell. Just walk at a normal freaking pace, please.
Especially if Emma goes to your school, because she will cut you. She will cut you off. And
tip number 2 is go to bed on time. Just find out like a schedule that works for you, and if you can stick to it like most nights, like obviously if you have a huge test and you don't have that much time to study for it, you're probably gonna be up a little bit later. But just try to stick to one constant schedule of like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed at 10:30 and I'm gonna wake up at 6. Like, just keep your schedule together, and you're gonna feel less like tired, because it's harder if your body's like waking up and going to bed at like random times every night. So if you just find a schedule and stick to it, you'll be golden.
As stupid as it sounds, like, it's really helpful for your academic career.
Your
like,
academic success.
For freshman year, I tried my best to get 8 hours, at least like 7 at the minimum of sleep, because it just helps. Like, in the mornings are gonna suck no matter what, but if you get like 4 hours of sleep, it's gonna suck even more. So if you, like, there's no point on a school night to just stay up on your phone for endless hours, because it's not doing anything good for you. So just sleep. So the third tip is try to make new friends that weren't in your friend group in middle school. Like, you can still stay friends with them, obviously, but it's always good to make new friends.
It's always good to just like branch out and meet new people, you know?
Like, I know most high schools, at least ours, like, is multiple middle schools coming together into one school. So there's going to be people you don't know, and people who have a lot of similar interests as you. People who have a lot of similar interests to you. I don't know. A lot of the same interests. You'll find people who are like could be really good friends, and if you don't give yourself the chance to branch out and make new friends, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of great friendships. And you can still keep your old friends, but there's gonna be a lot of people in high school who will be like, great.
You need to be louder. But
Sorry.
I definitely experienced this. Like, I didn't experience this, and like, I like closed myself off from other people, but like, we went to a bigger high school, so there were some people that I like never had in my classes until like junior year. Like, I'm thinking of one specific person, which was my friend Chloe. We were in the same class freshman year, and we like kind of knew each other because we'd done gymnastics together when we were younger. But like, I didn't really know if she remembered me, but you know, I was just outgoing, and then like we were like best friends after that, and it was fine. So just put yourself out there. Oh, and she went to the other middle school. So just put yourself out there, meet new people, make new friends, and like don't expect to go in and have the same friend group you had in middle school, because that is not the case for most people. So the fourth tip is do a school activity. So this doesn't even have to be a sport. This can be a club. This can literally be something that was so bad. This can literally be something that meets like once a month. It's just good to be like involved with your school. You'll meet new people this way, people that you otherwise wouldn't talk to, just because like you do something that like they're not in your friend group. And just joining something, like honestly, like taking random classes that might like lead you into a different activity. Like again, literally bringing up my friend Chloe like a ton, but she decided, I think it was like sophomore year, she took journalism class. And this wasn't something that like it's not something a lot of people take, and she was just like, oh, this sounds cool, like I'm gonna take it. And because she took that, she like found like a love for that, and she went on to like participate in our school's like newspaper, and it was really cool, and she was really good at it, and she met people that she otherwise wouldn't have met, and like she gained skills that she wouldn't have gained if she'd never like put herself out there and like decided to join that. And like I don't know, even if you don't even if you try something and you don't like it, it's definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
So
you might meet somebody who also doesn't like it, and then you can be friends based on that.
I mean, that's not really what I meant by a learning experience.
The fifth tip is to go to school events. Even if you feel like you're not going to want to, it's really just a good experience overall, and being involved in your school is just one of the best things you can do for high school. And like pep rallies, football games, just like fundraisers, that sort of thing. Like doing that, you meet new people, which I feel like we're focusing on that.
I know,
what?
But I feel like that's important.
It is really important, like freshman year specifically. But you're gonna like it'll get you on a good like level with your school, and like if you're just sitting out everything, your high school experience, like that's just
you're not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
It is gonna suck if you're not involved with your school. You're gonna like have a negative connotation with school in general.
Yeah.
But if you can like have fun at school events, then you're gonna like school so much more, like academics and social stuff, and like all together, just everything is gonna be better.
Because if you go in with like a bad mindset and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna go to the football game, like I'm gonna hate it, it's gonna be so boring.
Football
like,
games are so fun.
Okay, well maybe not a football game, maybe something different, but if you go in with that bad mindset, then you're not gonna go, you're not gonna meet anyone, and then high school's gonna suck, and you're gonna be like, oh, well that was my expectation.
Tip number 6 is to plan out your studying for exams in advance.
Like make a schedule.
Yeah. We have midterms and finals, most schools do too, but what really helped me was like, I originally when I was going in, I was not very good about studying. My twin sister, however, was very intense about her studying, and she made me a little calendar for the week before midterms and then like the week of, and like what I should study. It was all color coded, and just like having that laid out and like a visual of what I needed to study for how long and when, like it really helped me, and it just like motivated me to do it, and then it just made everything so much more easy because I knew that I was studying enough and I knew that I was going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, exams are going to be stressful no matter what, but just having a plan helps a lot to make it less stressful.
Tip number 7 is also related to studying. It's that you actually have to study. So I definitely started off freshman year a little bit rough because I never studied in middle school. Like I actually got like, not to like brag, but like I actually got like good grades in middle school without studying at all. Like I think I studied for maybe like 3 tests in middle school. So when I got to high school, I had actually no concept of how in the heck to study, and I just like didn't. And that did not start me off with such a great GPA, but I think like throughout high school, like it was just a learning experience and like trial and error of like how I studied best. And like a lot of people in my school, like it's like a trendy like thing to like stay up all night, like pull an all-nighter studying, and that does not work for me. Like you just pull an all-nighter, it's trendy, and then you just bring a trendy coffee the next day.
Honestly, caramel swirl, but everybody, it's like
whatever.
Dunks.
But so I remember I figured this out literally my algebra final of junior year. worst time to figure this out because I could have used this tip a long time ago. I always felt like I lost control of my. That sounds so weird. That's so aggressive. I like lost control of my brain after like 9:30 p.m. So like I literally would always just give up on studying past 9:30 because I'd be like I like literally cannot intake any more information. So this was my algebra final, and I was like really nervous that I was gonna fail, and like it was actually possible that I would fail because I don't know, I didn't do that hot on the midterm. I was like really struggling in the class. But I went to like all the extra help sessions. I prepared myself so well. But then it was like the night before. And like shout out to my teacher. Like he was actually so helpful and like worked one-on-one with me a lot to like help me out. Which a lot of teachers will do that. You just have to ask for it. Like they're not gonna like seek you out and be like, hey, like you need help. Come see me. Like they really don't do that. You honestly, like most of them. But you really need to just go to them and be like, hey, I'm really having trouble in your class. Like can you help me? Can you stay after? And they'll probably help you. But some of them aren't. Some of them are not helpful, but whatever. But so I just was like, I can't do this anymore the night I was studying for the test the next morning. So I went to bed, and then I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fail. Like, I didn't study enough, and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I literally thought I was gonna like throw up because I was so scared. And I decided to study like that morning from like 4:30 a.m. to like 6:30, and then I just like got ready for school and I went. And then I also went to extra help with my teacher before the final, like that morning. And yeah, so I got like a 95 or something on that, and that was a huge surprise to me. I mean, I did get some extra credit points on it because I went to like all those extra help things. He made like a deal with my class that if you like went to a certain number of extra help things, you got like a certain number of points.
That's so nice.
It was something like that. But just that, like, you need to figure out what works best for you. If you're like better at studying in the morning, better at studying at night, just figure it out and you'll be all set. So hopefully this video wasn't too long. I think we've been filming for a long time, but it's fine. Hope you enjoyed our tips. If you want us to make a part 2, just like comment down below. But like, I don't know, we'll probably make a part 2 at some point. I'll definitely make a part 2 like, but for like college freshmen, like next year after I've completed my freshman year. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.